All right, let's dig into some financial news. Dollar General is seen by many as a bellwether of the economy. It's probably overhyped, but their performance has some other hidden details that are worth digging into. Recent earnings news sent mixed signals to Wall Street and seemingly confused the ever-confused Jim Cramer even more than usual.
I do want to quote one line from their call. Our customers continue to report their financial situation has worsened over the last year.
Yes.
Many of our customers report they only have enough money for basic essentials, with some noting that they have had to sacrifice even on the necessities.
Yeah, well, look, it's not a great time. It's not a great time, and we don't know how much of it is concern about what's happening geopolitically, where it's very interesting. We'll hear these. It's like, I don't think many of the people understand that it's geopolitical. I think people just get worried. And I think they get worried because they feel like, well, wait a second, if things are this challenging and the president's making it sound very challenging, then they're going to get laid off.
No, Jim, the average discount consumer doesn't think about the ramifications of tariff policy, what Trump is doing, or whether geopolitics means they're going to get laid off. They have a set amount of money to spend on necessities, and then they make choices based on what they can afford. What the earnings report does tell us, though, is that sales are up, profits are down, and theft is still a huge concern, but they're dealing with it better than before. Let's break it all down. UNFTR. On the recent Dollar General earnings call, their CEO Todd Vassos said, quote, "Our customers continue to report that their financial situation has worsened over the last year, as they have been negatively impacted by ongoing inflation." That being said, as the low-cost provider in the market that strategically locates stores away from other big-box competitors like Walmart, Dollar General saw an increase in sales. For the quarter that ended January 31st, their net sales increased 4.5% over the prior year, and same-day stores were up 1.2%. Wall Street rewarded the company with a nice bump on the news despite the fact that profits decreased. Now, before we talk about profits, set this information against Walmart's recent news. The retail giant reported more than 5% revenue growth in the fourth quarter and a 10% growth in profit and a 13% dividend hike. And in response to this incredible news, Wall Street pounded Walmart stock. That's why headline numbers can be confusing and sometimes hide certain data points. Walmart's shares went down for a couple of reasons. The first is that even though they've reported great 2024 numbers, they're predicting a softer year ahead. Walmart is one of the biggest companies in the country and seen as far more vulnerable to tariffs due to sourcing of foreign goods. I'm not sure any company has done more to create and shape the global supply chain of consumer goods, especially from China. Now, as I say in every economic indicator video, the stock market is not the economy. But performance is performance, and there are overlaps that have meaning. Both Walmart and Dollar General saw increases in revenue. That tells us that more people are relying on discount shopping stores and big box retailers for their consumer needs and wants. That part is pretty straightforward. And frankly, who gives a shit whether Wall Street is baking in geopolitical influence, tariffs, and inflation into their estimates of share prices? What matters is the consumer. But it's worth asking, why would they punish one discount retailer and reward another, especially considering Dollar General's profits declined and Walmart's went up? Here's where it gets interesting. Dollar General is aggressively recalibrating its stores, so it spent more than usual closing certain concepts, opening others, and retooling certain flagship stores. So profits being down doesn't concern Wall Street when expenses are viewed as improvements for the future. Another reason is that they're hiring more people, but this isn't necessarily what it seems. In the retail world, they use the term shrink to refer to theft. When I was in hospitality, we used to call it breakage. Everything from spoiled food and broken plates to overpouring at the bar and straight-up stealing were referred to as breakage. It's a part of doing business, and that's the way it is for retail as well. So the hiring jump at Dollar General was actually related to shrink or theft. Like many other retailers, they'd been experimenting with self-checkout, and I think you can guess the rest. So the company reversed course in 2024 to replace technology with real people at checkout. So that explains the 9% increase in employees in 24 over 23. More people to watch the people in jobs that run about $16 an hour on average. The breakneck speed of new store openings and hiring has come at a cost. as 49 people have died working for Dollar General in the past decade, and 172 have been injured, leading OSHA to list it as a, quote, severe violator of workplace standards and safety. So when they tout hiring as an indicator, understand that it's to reduce an increase in theft. And check out how they talk about these figures. According to the earnings report, the massive increase in hiring led to an improvement, meaning reduced theft, of 68 basis points. In UNI terms, that means 0.68%, so not even 1%, because there are more people trying to steal. People do this because they can't afford everything they need. So let's go over to Walmart. There's something else that makes Wall Street more concerned about their discount retail future than Dollar General. Because Walmart has successfully displaced so many small retailers and grocery stores, they've become more than just a discount store. They're a staples player. So they have what Wall Street considers a wealthier customer base. So softness in the market projections mean more people move from Walmart to the Dollar Generals of the world. That's how you wind up with a situation where Wall Street says, even though this outlet's profits went down and Walmart's went up last year, we're betting on Dollar General in the long run. Because, as we demonstrated in our previous 5 charts about Trump's failing economy, the economy has already collapsed at the bottom end of the spectrum. And now it's coming for the middle. As much as markets aren't the economy, you can still learn a lot from the investor class. Dollar General stock isn't going up because they're betting against the poorest Americans. It's because they're betting against the middle-class Americans and joining them. Here endeth the lesson. If you haven't already done so, make sure to go to UNFTR.com to sign up for our free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Saturday and includes important news and articles from progressive sources, book and podcast recommendations, links to progressive resources, original material, and more. It's the fastest growing progressive newsletter in the country, so what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel to get notified when we drop a new video and help us grow the channel. Look at that. 2 game-changing things that don't cost a dime. See you in the next video.